is wrong with you guys? When is this gonna end?
Oh, the pizza's here.
Pizza?
That'll be $12.95, sir.
I didn't order a pizza. We've just eaten steak. Why would I order a damn pizza?
Harish, what's your language? You are Horace Landau, then?
Yes, but I didn't order a pizza.
It's pizza, Grandpa. Come on.
Did you order pizza when you knew we were cooking steaks?
Pay for the pizza, Horace. It's pepperoni with extra cheese.
Why should I pay for it? I didn't order a... Oh, my God! Who's behind this?
You're not my buddy.
(1983), Fatal Justice. Fatal Justice for those scoring at home. Find it on VHS. Now you have something else to look for at the record stores. Like me.
Wait, only on VHS?
Well, it could listen. It could be on DVD. It could be on Betamax. It could be on everyone's favorite format, HD, DVD.
Wait. Is it on YouTube?
Ooh, I didn't check YouTube. I just assume. See? You know what they say about assuming? Fatal Justice. I mean, anytime you're cooking the steaks and somebody orders a pizza, you know the hit is out. So, life lesson.
That's a good point.
Well. It's another night. It's just another Saturday night. No, it's just another Thursday night. Let's see who is joining us for Vinyl Mischief. It wouldn't be Vinyl Mischief without Wyoming Dave. And Wyoming Dave, of course, goes right to Creed. Hold your butt, Wyoming Dave. There will be plenty of time for Creed talk, I assure you. We can't talk record store day without Creed. It's synonymous. Catherine is here. Hello. Happy birthday, Sting. I didn't know that. Happy birthday, Gordon. If you know, you know. The doctor is in. Dr. Johnny Fever says the rapture last week. But the rapture was last week. Sorry if you missed out. Well, I got those Heaven's Gate those shoes a couple weeks ago. Jose pointed me in the right direction.
I think the last part, sorry if you missed out, is some important step.
Well, it would explain a lot. Vinyl and Kicks is here. So much for damn pizza. That's right. Fatal Justice. I just love the fact that they have these VHS tapes now at the record store. Just give me something else to, focus on. And Travis Foley, hello. Great record show last weekend, sir. I actually, see, look at this. Brandon, spoiler alert, is showing wonderful, this is the Vinyl Zone. That's Travis's spot. I think Brandon's modeling it much more efficiently than I did, so that's big up. As a matter of fact, I was leaving the record show. I only purchased one LP, believe it or not, one LP and some 45s. I was walking out when Brandon was walking in, and in Brandon's words, which I'll probably repeat later, infamous words, I'm hoping I don't find anything. Which we'll go into the conversation later. It was probably the first and maybe the only time I'll ever hear that as a participant of a record show. It's amazing. I'm like, I get what you're putting down. I'm picking up what you're putting down. We've got the vinyl Spin Doctor and his Vinyl Mayhem. Yeah, the worst 80s B movie crap. Well, if you think Fatal Justice is a B movie, I've got news for you. Academy Award nominee for special effects. You saw that watermelon slow-mo explosion? Come on. Can't do that just anywhere. Sean the Vinyl Dreamscape. Hello. Good evening. We've got Mount Scally Records. Happy birthday. What's the story? Morning Glory. I go right to Oasis. There's nothing wrong with that. The Freight. Brandon says, yo, dudes, and Brandon. This is our friend Adam. Hello. Lovell is here. Hello. Chase is here. There's so many people here. So many here, bro. All right. Michael Lord speaks for so many. Let's go, boys. Let's get to the RSD list. Well, I don't know if you're ready for the hottest it takes. I got the oven mitt nearby. But we'll see if we can deliver on the promise of a new day. This is Surface Noise. Welcome one, welcome all, welcome most, I should say. Concert Buddy at the 1s and 2s. A lot of competition, a lot of hot takes in the arena that is Record Talk. But remember, this is the show of record talking about records. It's going to be on a t-shirt one day, I assure you. I don't know if it'll be my t-shirt, but it'll be on a t-shirt one day. I'm joined by some of the best record collectors I know, and that you should know too. And we've got a great show, at least in my opinion. I am not biased, but obviously I am biased. Let's do some introductions, and then we'll get right to the nitty-gritty Kansas City, that record store day Black Friday list. I was worried. I did all the show prep, and I was worried it wasn't going to happen. It's like the date with the head cheerleader. It wasn't going to happen, and then it happened. And then I think opinions are going to vary. Like Patrick Swayze and Roadhouse, opinions may vary. So first, I got to start with the tag team for the Empire State. The one, the only. He's on the DL a little bit, but he's like Jordan in '97 flu game. He's here to talk Record Store Day Black Friday. It's Arnaldo, the highest paid member of the dais. Channel is Fidelios_frequency. Arnaldo, good evening.
Good evening, Concert Buddy, Jason, Brandon, Chris.
Hello.
And everyone in the Peanut Gallery.
Of course. And then his tag team partner from the state of New York, the one, the only. I call him Big Chris. I wouldn't call him that, or he might smash you like a hammer with his big hammer fist. That is Chris, the Groove Seeker. Chris, what's up?
What's up, Concert Buddy? Hello, everybody.
Joining us also to try to get a little geographical balance from the Lone Star State. You can tell I took a lot of geography in grade school. I know some of these things. It's the one, it's the only. It's, you know him as the director of entertainment on the VC Social Club. You know him as the shootout maestro, the Sunday slinger.
VC truther.
VC, oh my gosh, VC. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it.
You know.
It's Jason Rojas. Jason, good evening.
Right. Concert Buddy, thanks for having me on. I don't know if everyone went bananas for the monkeys. Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones.
Come on, man.
I mean,
the dad jokes just write themselves.
I know, right? Like, it's not from an EQ tape. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone on the panel could tell the difference between a regular tape and an EQ tape. I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I think we're going to get into that one too. I already had people asking me, you guys are going to talk about the monkeys tonight, which I didn't expect. I thought it may be, hey, Black Friday list. No, the monkeys. I actually got to ask about the monkeys, so I'm sure we'll talk about it. And then, Tall, Dark, and Handsome. I've seen him on this stage before. I've also seen him on his channel. This is, if not the OG, one of the OGs of the VEE CEE on YouTube. The one, the only. You know him. And if you don't know him, he'll dunk on you. It's Brandon, Mr. Hall of Fame. Brandon, good evening. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Chance, Ronaldo, Chris, Jason, VC World. Great to see you guys.
All right. Listen, our interns are really slow with the drops, so we'll get them under control. Again, having to pay Arnaldo his exorbitant demands, we had to let some of our best stagehands go. So we'll get caught up. And then, right. John Bong may join us. It's like anything else. It comes and goes, and he comes and goes. So we may be in the middle of the hottest takes, and then John Bong might just walk through that door. The helicopter may come down, and then he may just take the sunglasses off and jump right into his computer. So we'll see how it goes. But it's a topic you've all been waiting for. And it's not like anybody has already talked about this in the vinyl community at large. It is Record Store Day, Black Friday. The list came out probably about, I want to say about nooner Central Time-ish. The anticipation, the Hoffman forums were ablazing. They were tingling with activity. Now I'm going to reserve my thoughts as we go around, but I thought it'd be interesting. We're going to get overall impressions and then maybe the best thing and the worst thing on this list, because this is Complaining Corner, trademark pending. So we would not be doing this show justice. I am the chief hypocrite of complaining, the Chic, CHIC, for those scoring at home. So, Arnaldo, since you are recovering with one less tooth in the mouth I'm gonna start with you. We may lose you because the painkillers may wear off, so I got to get you while you're red hot. Tell me you had time to look at the list and tell me what you thought.
I even took notes. I wrote down.
Oh, holy smokes,
Oh,
notes.
jeez.
We've got preparation.
I printed, but I took notes.
Gotta justify that salary
This
somehow.
is like a bona fide podcast. I can't believe it. We've got preparation. It's unreal. All right, Arnaldo. Well, I'm going to do Cesar's favorite view, where he puts you in the hot seat, and then you can see the rest of our mugs here. Tell me, what'd you think?
I never really expect a lot from Black Friday over the last couple of years. I think the last two, I didn't even bother going there at opening. It was like, okay, later in the day, we'll go and see what's left. And pretty much everything that I wanted was left over. So, but I found 4 titles that I'm interested at after a first pass. Shall I reveal them?
Please.
Okay.
That's what we pay you for. Come on now.
Okay, but you don't have any graphics. You could have pulled up the web page.
Oh, for Pete's sake! All right, hang on a second.
Anyway, all right.
Do you need it?
No. Oh yeah. Where do I find that?
Here, I'll put it in the chat, okay?
Oh, I got it.
Recordstoreday.com.
Oh no, Max Challenge
Oh
attempts
my
exceeded.
gosh. That's funny. In the private chat, just
I got this isn't my first. Again, the interns. When we had so many interns, but then Arnaldo, that salary, we had to let 17 of them go. It was a really dramatic day.
Well,
It ain't right. Like you make us.
We got nothing to show.
cut
I mean, we're just talking about it. I mean,
all right. So here's what we're gonna do. So Arnaldo, I'm gonna do this thing called share screen, and then we're gonna get really good at this. Okay. So give me the first thing you want to talk about. I'm gonna cue it up, Daddy.
all right. The first one is the first one that appeared in my feed on Instagram before I even knew the list was out. And it's more of a novelty release, and that's the Rolling Stones Satanic Majesty.
All right, so I know what this is.
Zoetrope. It looks really cool. Unfortunately, that picture doesn't do it justice.
Sure. I think I got. Let's see if I can make it a little bit smaller. We get a little bit. Yeah, Zoetrope 6000 RSD first release. So that means they're going to make more. There's more coming. So we've got 10 songs.
oh my gosh, do you see that? Comes with a PVC sleeve.
Oh, wow.
Just-
They've spared no expense. The PVC to show the Zoetrope through the die-cut jacket
You
with
keep-
an Obi strip.
I know. You
Holy
keep it in the PVC sleeve for like 10, 20 years, near mint.
Well, they've gotten better with the PVC sleeves. So now, when you were talking about the ones from like 10, 15 years ago, up until 10, 15 years ago, they'd create that the degassing effect.
That
Yes.
gas, yeah.
But lately, I've had things in there, and I haven't noticed any kind of damage to the vinyl.
So this is a good thing or a bad thing, Arnaldo?
I think maybe they improved upon the quality. I always take it out as soon as I get one, and I just put it far away from any record that you own because it will seep through. Trust me, it has done damage to some of my records.
Oh, no. You hate to hear that. Now, this album, if you don't know, features the song She's a Rainbow. It's probably the biggest takeaway from this one. Some would say 2000 Man, like the high
2000 Man. Kiss did a fantastic version of that.
She's a Rainbow. Anyway. So, all right, what else you got? So this is a win. What else?
Then
Next.
I bought the last two, and I was very pleasantly surprised. Thievery Corporation, the Radio Retaliation.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Radio Retaliation. Now, this is electronic, right? It's electronic music?
Not really.
No?
No.
Tell the uninformed, how would you describe Thievery Corporation?
It is electronic, but not like Moby electronic.
Oh, sure. Yeah. This isn't
Yeah.
like rave stuff. Yeah. Well,
Kinda like an indie
there's going to be
electronic,
3,000 of these, and it's an RSD exclusive. Now, we've learned over the years that exclusive is a very liberal word. Hashtag Macho Man rap record from a couple years ago. But see, the 5th studio album from Thievery Corporation, originally released in 2008. Singles include Sweet Tides and Sound the Alarm. Limited edition double LP reissue includes a bonus track and is pressed on, wait for it, green vinyl exclusively for RSD Black Friday 2025.
The other two releases that they did for Record Store Day were really well pressed. They sound fantastic, like in terms of noise floor. They put care into it. The jackets are heavy tip-on, or at least heavy cardstock. I don't remember exactly. Really well done. So, and I enjoyed the music. So,
all right. What else would you like to bring to our attention, Arnold? We'll give you.
And then something that I wasn't going to, but Chris was like hyping it in our thread. Sorry if I steal your thunder, Chris. The Bob Dylan.
Oh, yeah, I know. I think. Well, there's a couple, isn't there? So you're talking about Free Will. So what is special about them releasing the original Free Will and Bob Dylan? I mean, this is a pretty common record. There's got to be something.
There's extra songs. There's 4 songs that weren't. It's a different track listing, right, Chris? Maybe we'll leave that to Chris, okay?
Oh, look at that.
He could probably talk a lot more intelligently about this.
I'm gonna pass the rock. I like it. All right.
I'm gonna pass that rock to Jason because I know he's gonna have some critiques on those 4 tracks.
Oh man.
But no, yeah.
So before we get off Arnaldo, so overall impression, Arnaldo, of the list.
I have one last one.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
The Curtis Mayfield Curtis.
Yeah, the Rhino Reserve. I did see that.
Yes, that's how I was confused on that.
Yeah, why is it limited and why is it only
2,700?
It does say exclusive release. It's not a different color, so it's weird. So
let's see. Celebrate the here we were just talked about this last week. Anniversary editions. 55th anniversary if you're scoring at home. 55th, not the 50th, not the 40th, the 55th anniversary of this instant classic, Curtis Mayfield's 1970 self-titled debut album, released on the artist's own imprint, Curtum Records. It had the yellow label, if you remember at home. Looks like it's been cut from the original tapes by our boy Chris Bellman at Burning Grunman Mastering and Bellman We Trust. And it's pressed locally on 180 gram premium quality vinyl at Fidelity Record Pressing's brand new plant in Oxford. You can tell who wrote this copy, by the way. So I would be curious, is this going to be hopefully a gatefold like the original? Can't really tell from the PDP here, but
yeah, we'll have the sticker. There was a sticker.
I don't know how big I can get.
Oh, it doesn't come with this. Like the promo sticker was like about one of the songs, I think. Let me see. Maybe I have it. Do you want me to go get it?
Yeah, if you got it, yeah. If you want to show off, that's okay.
Well, the catch is this has already been cut by Chris Bellman on the Curtis Mayfield box set. I don't know if you knew that.
No, surprise.
So I'm kind of shocked that it came back out again, but that's okay. Like, this is a great record, but let me go get
let's make the good records available and not just
what?
Let's make the good.
You don't want the monkeys, right? You're not going
not
bananas.
Only for the elite that remembered to buy the box set.
If it gets you 75% of the way there, reissues are.
I'm just trying to educate. It's been done already, you know.
And you could also find this in the bins, right?
You can. Well, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Lavelle knows.
Yeah.
But let me go get it.
Lavelle says, if there's a Hell Below hype sticker, I have it. Oh, well, again, show off corner, guys. Way to flex on us. I like it. Well, before we lose some dead air here.
Oh yeah, the one that I really want is the Prince box set.
There's a Prince box set?
It's a singles box set from.
Well, let's look at that one. But before we do, hang on. I've got breaking news, and it's you gotta catch the Phoenix when they come in. You know what I'm saying? If you know where I'm going with this.
Let me hit that bong.
Let's see if I can show it. Whoa,
John Bong is here, everyone.
That bong, 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 bong.
Bong, 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 bong.
I'm smoking in a pipe too. The best of all is that bong, 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 bong.
All right. Welcome, John Bong, to the party. How are you?
Hello. Okay, I guess.
All right. So let's see. We got Here we go. There's that. Oh, that's a cool hype sticker. I've never seen that one before.
I know,
Don't
it's
worry.
pretty badass.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's for the visually impaired folks at home. It's like a image of a devil figure with a nice trident, and then says, "Don't worry. If there's a hell below, we're all gonna go." Look at that. Unbelievable. Maybe that was what Dr. Johnny Fever was talking about. It was kind of an homage. He was talking about the rapture earlier. Maybe it was like an Easter egg. I love Easter eggs. So, Doctor, thank you if that's what you meant. It's very enjoyable. All right. So, before we get off Arnaldo here, overall impression of the list, Arnaldo. Well, no, we were doing that Prince thing. I'm a terrible host. Let's look at the Prince before we got Bong Daddy in here, and then we'll get your overall impression. So let's see. I'm only finding Around the World in a Day.
Yes, that one.
That's it? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I remember this album. 1985. Oh, they're making 1985. How cute.
Yeah.
That's very cute. 7th album, credited to Prince and the Revolution. This limited edition 7-inch box set features all 4 singles from the album: Raspberry Beret, Paisley Park, Pop Life in America, plus, are you sitting down? A brand new exclusive 7-inch single of the 1985 track, For the Tears in Your Eyes, which Prince originally contributed to the We Are the World album. Each 7-inch is presented on a unique vinyl color and presented in their original 7-inch sleeves in a clamshell box, ? All featuring the elements of the All Around the World in a Day LP sleeve, originally designed by the immortal Doug Henders. Wonder how much this will be.
$60 probably or more. And the other 2 that he did that the estate did for Diamonds and Pearls and Sign of the Times, they also were like Sign of the Times was 1,987 and Diamonds and Pearls I think was 1,992, something like that. I forgot when it came out. Was it 92 or 93? Okay. And they were only on the website, on the Prince web store. They sold out, and they're going for $300-400.
Oh, well, easy money. So Arnaldo, overall impression, first time through the list. If you give it a letter grade, let's do the letter grade like we did back in school. Can you give me a letter grade?
Let's see. Too much live and demos and stuff.
Oh, we'll get to that. We're gonna
the barrel.
This is complaining corner. We're gonna do the best and worst. Don't worry. But overall, give me a grade.
C.
All right. Groove Seeker. Anything stick out at you that the masses should be aware of? Kind of like in the spirit of Arnaldo. He went first because he's the highest paid member. I just want to be very clear on this. So everyone knows.
I know how it goes, man. I'm dealing with it. I'm trying. I love him, but it's tough sometimes.
It's tough. But the shadow is a shadow.
All right, let's see. So I'm just going to go alphabetically here.
Sure.
Rattle off a few titles. The Albert Eiler and Don Cherry intrigues me.
So this is Europe 1964. It's a box set.
Yeah, it's a 4-disc box, but
this is a jazz people. Just be known that we're talking jazz on the show tonight. So what is unique about it? They're only making $12.50. Chris, why did this get your solar plexus fired up?
I just saw it was Don Cherry, and that's
Don Cherry. That's all it takes.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Hang on. Wait a second. How could you slight Gary Peacock on double bass? Come on. And Sonny, oh my God, what an insult to Sonny Murray on drums. Sonny, I hope you're not watching, 1, and 2. I hope your family can forgive Chris for this clear slight. Unbelievable.
I'm still learning. This is just my first pass. I just kind of rattled off.
Yeah, of course. Okay, all right.
Of course, I circled the Dylan because it's like a cool thing to have. I thought it was. I mean, those tracks are available elsewhere in so many different ways, but it would be nice to have it all in one.
And to be clear, it's because it's the freewheeling, but it's in the original, how it was originally released, 4 songs that they later swapped out for what? Did anybody know why they swapped those 4 tracks out?
No, I don't remember.
He had better songs.
No.
Oh, it's simple.
It was the lyric content on one of the songs.
Okay.
Oh, which one?
It was like a John Birch.
John Birch, right? Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Let's see. I think the Big Head Todd and the Monsters release is pretty cool. I mean, that was a pretty cool album in the 90s.
So we've got Sister Sweetly. They're making, our friends at Real Gone Music. 2400. Again, there's that famous RSD first release.
Yeah. So this has got Bittersweet on it, I think. And
now hang on a second. We've already got some bad copy. It says quantity 2400. But then in the description it says limited to 3,000. Do we have another JJ Gray and Mofro situation where they said it was only 1,000 and then I found 18 of them at one of my locals? So I think the math don't math.
Come on.
I contacted someone on the board. This is actually a triple typo. It's supposed to be 30,000.
30,000. That's
yeah.
Forget you, Taylor Swift. We're gonna have to put you on the back burner. We got Big Head Todd and the Monster.
Yeah, this might be 50% off in 6 months.
It could be, yeah. So bittersweet, broken-hearted savior, and circle, and stayed on the charts for over a year! Exclamation point! I like that. Okay, what else you got?
I'm kind of curious about this Miles Davis Live at the Plugged Nickel, but
oh my gosh, we're talking more jazz, folks, right? This is a show for the ages right here, guys.
You guys can go to sleep whenever you want.
Miles Davis Live at the Plugged Nickel. That's a great name. This is December 23rd, 1965. If you're scoring at home, and set 2, not set 1. Set 1 was a snoozer. Set 2, we're bringing it. 5,900, another very unique pressing run. 5,900.
But I'm pretty sure there's going to be more. So there's some deluxe editions of this on CD, and I'm pretty sure they're going to do a bigger project with this. So I'm not sure if I'll be all over it.
Okay, fair enough.
Let me get off the jazz so Spin Doctor wakes up.
Oh, hang on. We've already lost Kendall. He says some of us are already asleep. Kendall, stay with us. Stay with us.
I think there's a Miley Cyrus release on here or something.
Anyway, we've got a couple Eric Carrs. Maybe that'll wake you back up. All
right. I am curious about this English Beat Live at the BBC. I don't know too much about
English Beat. Yeah. So this is a Rhino busy. Rhino been saving the bullets for this one. 4,000. Another RSD exclusive release. Exclusive is a very liberal term. This is the first ever collection of the English Beats BBC radio appearances from 1979 to 1982. This 2LP release, pressed on clear vinyl. Features recordings from the legendary John Peel and Mike Reed shows and captures the band's energetic spirit with performances of their hits, including Mirror in the Bathroom. That's my favorite. And Save It for Later.
Yeah. This is a good era for them.
Clear vinyl, though. I don't know. That's a little sus, as the kids like to say.
Wow.
All right. Give me another hitter.
All right. I'm going to skip Curtis because Arnaldo talked about it. There's nothing intriguing about this, more of a collector's thing. We have the Joni Mitchell Rolling review here. So I guess this is probably some of the music she played on that tour with Dylan. I like Joni.
Yeah, so Joni Mitchell, Rolling Thunder review, 5,500 pressed. Again, the folks at Rhino putting this one out. Yep. Volume 4. These recordings were released for the first time as part of the Joni Mitchell Archives Volume 4 at the end of 2024, with many tracks making their first vinyl appearance here. Dig it?
And 2 more. I think the number one thing on the list is kind of traded in a chat with Dom and Joel and Jason on this, but the Sunvolt Trace 30th anniversary is really intriguing.
Hang on a second. You have another competing thread besides the one we're in, Chris? I'm hurt. I got hurt.
I wouldn't say competing, but we do have to collaborate on our Monday night show too.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable! This is how divorce happens, guys. You're witnessing in real time. This is how mommy and daddy split up. So yeah, this one's Sunvolt Trace 30th anniversary. Yeah, and Rhino. Hang on a second. Are you shilling for Rhino, Chris? This is a little convenient. These are all Rhino releases.
I wish. I would love to have to buy all of these. That would be a great shill, man. I would wear it proud. Hey,
Sheila here, in case you haven't heard, Concert Buddy, 15% off. Okay, vinyl.com.
Yeah. All right, last one. So
for the folks at home who don't know, Belleville's finest, Uncle Tupelo was so the guys split, right? So this is Sunvolt, this is Jay Farrar, and who's my friend? Tweety, right?
Jeff Tweedy.
Thank you. Belleville, Illinois. Shout out to the Southern Illinois homeboys. All right, last one.
Last one. I always get all the Talking Head stuff that comes out. I don't even know what it is. I just saw Talking Heads. I didn't dig into it, but it says tentative decisions, demos, and live. So,
Ooh, 7,500. That's a. Oh no. We've got clear vinyl again. Please tell me no.
oh, it's a 45 too. That sucks.
Oh, strike. This collection for RSD Black Friday includes the newly discovered material alongside an additional 11 demo and live tracks recorded by the original trio lineup of the band. So that includes bassist Tina Weymouth alongside David Byrne and Chris France. Interesting choice.
Yes, these are my first passes. I have to dig into the list a little bit.
Yeah, of course. So overall, give us a score on the letter grade scale. What did you think about this?
I mean, like, I echo what Arnaldo said. I never expect too much. I will say it seems like a tighter list than normal. I usually, even on Black Friday, I remember the list being a little bit larger. I could be wrong about that, but I think it's got a little bit of everything, and of course, it's got your Grateful Dead and Bill Evans and Doors stuff on here. So, I give it like a B-, C+, B-.
Okay. We can roll with that.
I'm forgiving on Record Store Day. It's important.
Yeah, room to grow, as we like to say.
Yeah.
All right, now we're passing the rock to the OG, or one of the OGs, Mr. Hall of Fame Brandon. What did you think? Well, first of all, give me some titles that stuck out to you when you first put eyeballs on the list. Did Brandon freeze? Was it? There he is. All right.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of bouncing around. The first time I went through the list, I kind of got all the way to the end, and I was like, I guess I have to go back and read it again.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Seriously, like it really did. Because I was expecting anyway, we won't get. I'll save that for the next part.
Yes, sir.
If there were four things on the list that I would consider.
Okay.
It seems like I always love the Joni Mitchell stuff. So just like Chris was saying a moment ago, that Rolling Thunder review, that's definitely a possibility. Arnaldo was talking about the Prince set, the Around the World with the 7-inch. If the Prince is right, I mean that's going to be all about price. That's still not one I have to have.
Nice to have, not a need to have. Okay.
Right. And just to kind of take up the overall coolness of what we're saying here, I mean, the Creed live. I mean, if it's in the shop and it's reasonable, I'm gonna grab that because I am a Creed fan. I'm a huge Creed fan, and I've always flown that flag. And
hey, no shame in that game. I know we joke about it, but you know what? You know what they said about Nickelback being sellouts? They sold out every damn arena in their heyday. So guess what?
Exactly.
Creed, fly the eagle, run that 50-yard line, Scott Stapp, with your cut-off football jersey, sleeveless football jersey.
Yeah.
And there's no shame in this game. Now I am curious because this is Creed. First of all, it's Kraft. Kraft must have like a blood oath, a blood deal with Creed because they're the ones reissuing all the Creed stuff. But 3,000 live in San Antonio. Now, maybe it says in the description. I didn't read the description. I'm just curious why they chose San Antonio. It says captured at San Antonio's Freeman Coliseum on a day that will live in infamy, November 14th, 1999. Live in San Antonio catches Creed at their Human Clay Zenith. Now, this is a good copy. The sold-out crowd fuels 13 arena rock anthems. Are you ready? Higher. This is Mazzy's favorite, My Own Prison. Mazzy, I know you love that song. With Arms Wide Open and more. Lifted straight from the soundboard and remastered for vinyl. Pressed on metallic silver 2LP. Every spin drops you back into the heart-pounding Texas night. Wow, that is a copywriter right there, folks.
Right, who wrote that?
Love it. Listen, Kraft is putting out some interesting titles, but whoever writes their copy, A+. And we have a confirmation that is Mazzy's favorite Creed song, My Own Prison.
Yeah, so I mean, that's one I'm definitely willing to maybe take a chance on, just because they've always been such great live performers. I mean, I saw them twice last year when they were on tour, and it was fantastic. So I'll take a chance on that. And then the only other thing would be that Bobby Womack live in London, and that's just again because I'm such a huge huge Womack fan. That might be the one I'm willing to take a chance on. But
no,
other
hang
than
on,
that,
Brando. Brando, they got two. They got, you want the CD or the vinyl? They hit us with them both. Do you have a preference?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going for the vinyl.
Okay, I just want to make sure because it's going to fuel our other topic later about the collection. But we've got.
If you think
Bobby
you're lonely
Womack.
now on this, and sorry, Chan, I need to know if you think you're lonely now is on this. That might be worth the price of admission.
Let's see. Yes, song number 8. If you think you're lonely
Oh
now.
man, hope it's like a 9-minute version.
For the record, Chris is outing himself about the time it takes. No, I'm just kidding. This is Prestige Elite 2000. It looked like they're also doing 300 on CD. So as we've said, you've heard it here first. CDs are back. So again, fueling the fire there. Bobby Womack live in London. It says recorded live at London's Town and Country Club in Kentish Town. This 1991 set captures Bobby Womack delivering funk, gospel, and classic R&B backed by a solid band. Now that's kind of a put down. Just a solid band? Well, I didn't say like an exciting band. Womack moves through a well-paced set that reflects his signature soul sound. Reissued on vinyl for the first time since its original release, this 2LP edition comes pressed on heavyweight. Now there's an adjective I can get behind. On heavyweight colored vinyl, housed in a beautiful gatefold sleeve. A solid addition to any Soul or Live album collection. This is the QVC portion of the program. A solid addition to any Soul or Live album collection. Operators are standing by. So, Brandon, overall, since I think I know where we're going to go with this, since you had to go back, you read the list, and then you had to go back to find something. Give us a letter grade on the first impression that you had on the list.
Well, yeah, I mean, for myself, I'm saying C-.
Woo!
It was a very boring.
Okay.
And see, I mean, it's already bad enough because as soon as I see a lot of live demo, live demo, live, picture this live demo, picture this live, it's just kind of like I'm already lost. Yeah, that's just the kind of stuff that never tickles me. So yeah, so for me, that's
you and me both.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Rojas, can you beat a C-? What did you think about this list?
Are we focusing on the positives or the negatives?
Well, just what stood out to you is what we're starting with, and then we're going to go to the best and the worst. You know, because again, complaining corner, we have to end on a very low level.
Okay, so we'll start with the positives. Ramones, that's actually very cool. Like
live at CBGB 1977, they're making 6,000.
Just show the list of songs. I mean, the songs on here. Get out of here.
So side one, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go down to the basement. Yeah. I don't want to sniff some glue. Blitzkrieg Pop, Swallow My Pride. Susie is a headbanger. Teenage Lobotomy, 53rd and 3rd. Now I want to be a good boy, don't we all? Sheena is a punk rocker, and then you go to side 2. Let's Dance, Babysitter, Havana Affair. Listen to My Heart. Oh, I Love Her So. California Sun, I Don't Want to Walk Around With You. Today Your Love, Tomorrow the World. Judy is a Punk, and everyone's favorite drum, Pinhead. It's on red vinyl. Red vinyl, folks.
I always wondered if Judy and Sheena had a beef.
Oh, of course.
Know, like one was just a punk, one was just a punk rocker. I wonder if they ever worked that out.
Of course.
No. I'm just all right.
Arnaldo, you are in the epicenter of Ramones everything. Do you know the answer to this? Was there like a brawl between Sheena and Judy back in the day?
I don't know.
Don't know. All right. Well, tell us in the chat if you know if there was a wrestling match between these two, because we would like to know.
We gotta ask Chat GPT.
Oh no. Once AI
Yeah.
takes over, this show is over. I just telling you, they can replace any of us on our nonsense. All right, what else you got, Mr. Rohan?
This one's a wild choice. Xanadu, Olivia Newton-John.
Wow.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Look at that. Ooh.
Somewhere Arnie Zanzibar is pitching a tent because I think this is right up his alley. Hang on, this isn't just Xanadu, it's live and remixed.
That's right.
7-inch, 2000, and RSD first release. So they're gonna, once these sell through, because these will sell through in no time. They're gonna probably make some more of these.
What
This is
color
the
is it
45th anniversary.
It's going to be glittery purple.
Glittery purple. Wow.
Yeah.
A glittery purple. Say that 4 times in a row. 7-inch, featuring a live version of Olivia Newton-John's title track Xanadu on side A and a brand new remix of Xanadu on side B. Coming to record stores first on November 28th. The lines are already starting, guys.
I know, right?
You just hear the beat. You just heard them. You heard them.
Isn't
Wait,
there,
Ross, are you doing the positives, Jason?
But if you wanted me to joke, we could do the joke thing now. That's why I was asking.
No,
do you
no,
want me to do the joke stuff now or later?
You give it to me however you want to give it to me. So that was Olivia Newton-John. What else you got?
We'll just do the positives now. I think we'll focus on the positives. Like,
Okay.
I'm very keen on the Chapel Roan. So, for all the haters, it's pretty cool.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure there'll be plenty of them. 30,000.
30,000. I think
$20.45.
Her
album won't be coming out until basically the world's on fire. Arnaldo. So.
Well, in the interim, you can get live performances. So yeah, people in the chat are right. There's a lot of live performances this time.
Correct.
Yeah.
This one features not one but 2 iconic pop hits, "The Subway" and "The Giver." Both display her soaring vocals and witty songwriting. Now we're getting back to some good copy here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, unless you've seen her live, she's amazing. Like, honestly.
Jason, does this make you want to cry on public transportation, like the A side, and then line dance on the B side while you sing along to both?
Only on VC's Social Club. See you there next Monday. Oh
gosh, this is how it all ends right here. Unbelievable. Dancing Rojas is on Monday. I can't believe this. Look at that, the album art. I do like the album art. All right. Anything else for this portion of the presentation?
Actually, yeah, there's one more. The Randy Newman actually caught my eye.
Okay.
So the trouble.
Wait, more demos. Richard is here. I think Richard is calling out the demo Palooza, and we got another one. This is Trouble in Paradise demos, 3,500 pressed. Again, Rhino.
Again, very interesting. Like this, I'd be totally interested in hearing it.
So I like the alternative artwork. You got the palm trees, of course, because Randy Newman is synonymous with LA, and I think the original is black and white cover, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we got a color cover. So hey. Not bad.
So it's a lot of varied. I think this is like early 80s, I think.
Yeah.
It must have been like 82, 83.
Experience the unreleased demos for one of Rolling Stone's 100 greatest albums of the 80s, featuring the demo for the anthem I Love LA, which helped define his legacy as a voice in American music, and 2 unreleased demos. All right. So overall, Jason, what would you give this your first pass? Give us a grade. Former teacher, I know you're well equipped to do this one.
I think we would give this like a C+ because like the negatives, the negatives really just cracked me up. Like it's not an RSD. Are you ready for the hot take or should I save it?
Save the hot takes. We've got to have an all points bulletin. We've lost Bong. Bong has fell out of here. I think that is it. Dare I say too much record store day talk? Lost us Bong.
Well, this one's for Bong. He would have chosen the Metal Machine. Can you look that up?
Yes,
please?
Lou Reed. Of course he would have. I think that's always a staple of his. So Metal Machine music, Power to Consume Volume 1, 2100 from Legacy Recordings. I feel like they already did something like this for Record Store Day. Am I wrong on that?
Well, they did the actual Lou Reed record. This is more like music inspired.
Oh, this is like a tribute album. I see.
They did a tribute last year to Lou Reed. And that was a great album.
Okay. So you've got Thurston Moore, the Rita, of course, Mark Solotroff, Drew McDowell, and Aaron Dillaway. What a great name. Formidable lineup of sonic provocateurs. Explore the outer edges of distortion, feedback, and raw electronic texture. Okay. So Bonger, please come back to us. We just that one's for you. Where are you, my sweet prince? So we got a C minus. So I'm not going to belabor this since Bong isn't here. I'm just going to, the ones that stuck out to me that I will probably, first of all, I don't think I'm going to get up early this year. And I say that now, but subject to change. But let's go to a couple off the beaten path. My good friend, Rob Thomas, Matchbox 20. When I first saw this, I thought it was Mad Season, the Seattle supergroup. And I was pleasantly surprised to see my good friend Rob Thomas, Matchbox 20, Mad Season Live 2001. They're making 3,500. What they're saying is they're calling this Matchbox 20's first full-length live album. I actually don't agree with that because I have another version, because I thought maybe it was the full set of the show, and in that case, that would be correct. Mm-hmm. But then when I look at the set list, they've taken tracks, I guess, from this tour, and maybe it was the best sounding of the tour. So it's over a series of different dates. And they already have an album like that I guess is not, I guess no one wants to talk about. The last tour, I think the second to last tour they did, they had a web store exclusive. But regardless, we'll give this one. And everyone's favorite color variant, Flavors Truffle. Pressed on Flavors Truffle color vinyl. Includes high energy live versions. So there you go. So,
can you scroll down to the D side? Yeah, I just didn't see what those last three.
So we've got Stop nice. If You're Gone, Watching the
That
Wheels.
might not be a bad one actually. That's a pretty good pick.
All right, I'm going to see, Brandon, this is where we're here. We're here to sell you up. We're a suggestive sell to make that
helps. That
helps. Curtis was on my list. I did like this one show. So I saw, I don't think this is a joke album, but it came out recently. Mr. John C. Reilly, aka Mr. Romantic, did a cover song of, I think, is it El Torre May? And then later it was cover for the movie Dream a Little Dream. So Mr. Romantic, John C. Reilly, he does like these kind of like, I go call them standards. They're just kind of like crooner. It's not on this one. This is just a 7-inch of Dream a Little Dream with me, but this is kind of goofy. Now you're also talking to the guy who got the Pauly Shore album a couple of years ago. So I do have a license for like ridiculousness when it comes to this kind of stuff, but I thought that was unique. Obviously on things like the Rat picture disc, I'm probably not a player. The Watchmen picture disc, I'm probably not a player. I will say I was a little intrigued by anytime you say Back to the Future, you perk my ears up. And this time they did, but then when I started looking into this, because it says the Back to the Future trilogy, Alan Silvestri. Alan Silvestri is a composer. Of course, you can see where I'm going with this. The label is Varizi Sarabande, 1900 made. It's only the score, and it's a score from the 3 films, which I'm big enough fan. I may pick this up, especially when it's released for the first time on, quote, Doc Brown vinyl. I wonder what color they're going to choose for that, Doc Brown vinyl. We'll see. We'll see.
Brown.
You would think, but records, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Two more real quick. One will be a tribute to Bong since he has departed us. So Van Halen is doing a lot of, I guess they're really mining the Van Hagar stuff lately. And this is a Live at Wembley album from 1995. They're making 6,000. This may be, like sometimes day of, you're like, if it's there, why not? That's kind of where I would categorize this one. Of course, it's on everyone's favorite color, translucent orange crush vinyl. So we'll see about that. Then the other one I wanted to call out was shout out to the Bong Man. I think he would appreciate this one. It's Mr. Tweedy, we were talking about earlier, and Daniel Johnston, one of Austin's finest, right? This is something called DBPM 15. 3,400 being made, 12 rarities and unreleased tracks, highlighting 15 years of music on DBPM Records, mostly available for the first time on vinyl. I like the sound of that. And, Arnaldo, are you sitting down? This one includes a previously unavailable version of Casper the Friendly Ghost. So just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we got you. So this is another one that if it's there, I might pull the trigger, but we'll see. So
is this an exclusive or first chance?
Let's see. This one is an RSD exclusive.
Says
So-
exclusive.
Oh, I thought this was a first. Okay, cool.
So the last one, and again, the Bong Man's not here, but I know he would approve. And I saw Tokyo Brian called this one out. Ween has entered the chat for Shinola Volume 1. This is a RSD exclusive. They're making 6,000. It highlights Wing's long history of genre-hopping experimentation with a compilation of remastered demos. There's that word again. B-sides and alternate versions recorded between 1990 and 2003. In celebration of its 20th anniversary, this eclectic compilation is being reissued as an RSD Black Friday exclusive on colored vinyl. See, they don't even try, and that looks like brown to me. I mean, come on, that's pretty obvious, folks. So
Chance, I get a call from an unidentified number today.
Oh no!
I pick it up, and it's the Bong, team.
Oh, it's the squad,
the
Bong squad. Yeah.
And I'm like, what did I do wrong? Apparently, they've already reached out to local record stores in his area that are not going to have this. So now I've been tasked to go get this on Record Store Day in the States and then ship it to an undisclosed location.
A Dropbox.
I'm a little concerned about that. Yeah. So he's pumped for this release.
So Bong, you may not be here with us. You're here with us in spirit. I hope that we didn't scare you off, but we'll be like. So overall, before we get to the best and worst, overall, I give it a C. I think it's got room to grow. Like, when these lists come out, sometimes it takes a couple iterations to kind of digest what's in there. And sometimes you hear other people talk about some of the releases and it makes you curious. So that's where a lot of the last minute purchases kind of come in. So
can I add one more thing?
Yeah, of course.
Notable absences. There's no Beatles stuff. Yes, there's George Harrison solo, and I think there's a Ringo Starr. Correct me if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, there's a Ringo. Yeah, Ringo on the list. Yep.
And no David Bowie. There's
that's kind of a shocker. He's like a Record Store Day staple.
Yeah, and who else is missing? Well, Grateful Dead. They're there. They don't miss one. They don't miss a beat. Okay, yeah, those are the only two things that I'm glad they are not releasing anything, because you can't
let
buy
the junior varsity play. Yeah, come on, give the kids some run. I can appreciate that. All right, so now this is the moment everyone's been waiting for. This is called the hot take situation. I'm gonna start back with Arnaldo. We're gonna go back around the diamond here. The best thing on this list and the worst thing in this list, according to Arnaldo, is
the worst thing. Is the Eric Carr? How many?
Which one? There's two of them.
I know all three. Was it a 2 or 3?
Oh no! Yeah, hang on. I will clarify. Without the interns, I need to look this one up.
How much longer do they have to milk that?
What are you talking about? There's liquid in this vinyl. Okay.
Now, hang on a second. There's Rockology, the liquid vinyl numbered edition, and then there's Unfinished Business, the liquid vinyl numbered edition. So
Correct. Right.
Save your pennies. It's coming. Eric Carr. Eric Carr's estate is laughing all the way to the bank on this stuff. So would you call that the worst, Arnaldo? Was that the worst? Okay. And then the best, I'm assuming it'd be something you already mentioned.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe the Curtis Mayfield or the Prince. The Prince for me is the best.
It's not the Tom Petty t-shirt that was on the list. Chuck T is keeping it real. And there is a Tom Petty t-shirt on the list for some reason. Okay. All right. Groove Seeker, best and worst of your initial impressions of this list.
I don't really know if there's a best that stands out for me. Okay, so actually the best and the worst is the same for me. The best is the Curtis Mayfield.
No, this is some kind of mental gymnastics.
No. Hear me out. The best is the Curtis Mayfield, but it's also the worst because they're doing 2,700 of that album. That's insane to me.
Like, I see what you did there, and I co-sign. Okay.
I don't understand why they would do that. And if it's an exclusive, right? So is it an exclusive with a different color hype sticker, and it's going to come out under the regular? Is it numbered? Like, it just confuses me.
Frank's music is here. Frank, Curtis Mayfield. It's the self-titled debut album from 1970. The nice banana suit yellow, canary yellow. 2,700. To Chris's point, they probably could have done a little bit more. Maybe that was a licensing thing. Who knows? I do question for the day before we get to Brandon. Elliot's here. He says, I'm selling at a record show the day after Record Store Day. Do you think it'll have a negative effect on turnout and buying?
No way.
No, I think you'll be fine. It's a different buyer. I think there's not a lot of crossover.
I mean, it's only bad if you bring Record Store Day stuff to the record show. Okay, that's when.
Hang on, you mean like Walmart guy who brings all the Walmart records to the record show?
Do that, you know.
I like it. All right, Brandon, the best thing, because you already said you went through you thought you had to go back. The best and worst thing on this list so far to you?
Yeah, I'm going to say the best thing, and again, I'm just assuming this is going to be the best thing, is probably going to be, again, that Joni Mitchell. I've always been amazed at any of the live Joni Mitchell stuff that I've gotten for RSD. Has just been, always been more than pleasantly surprised with it. So I'm going to assume it's going to be the same this time. The worst, anything that had picture disc written beside it. For me, that's just the absolute worst. Man, oh my gosh. Talk about yeah.
So what if I said
I hate it.
All right, Jason Rojas, best and worst.
All right, the best, Dead Milkman right here. Big Lizard in My Backyard, 2 LP. Okay. So if you know this one's a good one. Now the worst, right? The worst. Do you need this? Bill Evans, Portraits at the Penthouse, live.
Hang on, you don't need another $70 live Bill Evans.
Wait, yeah. Come on now. I mean, there's going to be a flood of, channels reviewing this. Of course, they would never buy it. Give me a break here. Come on now. Come on, jeez. It's not an RSD until you have like the Grateful Dead. As Arnaldo said, another Eric Carr,
Is Eric Carr the new David Bowie? I think he's been replaced.
Or a live Bill Evans.
He's the new Dave Matthews Band.
Oh wow! Shots fired! Shots fired!
I don't get disgusted with the Grateful Dead every record store. There's enough in that vault.
Yeah, but what happened to Dave Matthews? They used to be always there were always fans at the beginning of the line only for the Dave Matthews, and then
used to be. You're right. Yeah,
right.
And they're the ones that walk out with the giant stack of stuff because they're going to flip everything to offset their cost.
Yeah, those boxes, those are worth a ton now. So
they are.
I don't blame them.
That's true. That's true. So for me, well, first of all, I did the count and I just lost 1, 2, 3. I think it was 16 picture discs on this list. 16. Yeah. So if you're scoring at home, and some of the contenders, we kind of made jokes. Rat. Oh no, the Trace is a third. No, that can't be right. That's not a picture disc. No, that's wrong. They must have something wrong in the copy there. Like I said, Watchmen, which was a Record Store Day release a couple of years ago, a $60 soundtrack that sat in the bins for quite some time. I'm sure the picture disc will, find somewhere
fly off the shelf.
It'll fly right in the bargain bin. The one that kind of disappointed me, and because I saw it, and I was like, okay, interesting, because originals go for a lot. Big Top Pee-wee soundtrack, but it's a picture disc. And what a kick in the junk on that one, because I was like, oh, cool, Danny Elfman, I like it, and then picture disc. So
I have a request.
What about the two Wicked Crosley turntables? Did we talk about those?
You have to show that.
Oh, good.
You just have to show it.
Well, listen, Arnaldo does outrank us now in both esteem and salary. So let me share this. I think this is the list. Let's go back to the show. Surely you're not talking about this pink Wicked.
Oh my god,
man! Look at that,
Brandon. How come this didn't make your list?
Oh my gosh! Yeah, we're gonna order like 500 of those 2,500. Going to be at Riverbend Records.
Riverbend Records, everyone. If you are looking for this one, they're going to have it.
Wow.
Oof.
I mean, that just says sophistication. A pink and white Crosley turntable. But wait, folks, that's not all, because you know what? There's a green one. Yeah. Oh man, can you believe this? I wish I could have known this in advance, because I would have just green giant right here. Look at this. Wow. I can't wait to see what the MSRP is on that one.
Wait, can you show one more record?
I sure can. What do you got?
You got to show the Billy Joel record. You have to show
that one
it.
was in the chat earlier, and it's
this cover is like, ooh.
This may be one of the worst. I think you and Mazzy haven't agreed in a long time on something, Jason, and this is it. I think we both agree that this is actually trash, and I agree.
It's a doozy.
This is. I mean, was this a joke? They're like, who can make the worst album cover wins, and then here we are.
Is it live from Nassau?
I believe so. It's during the.
I'll tell you what. This is probably a flipper's paradise if they're doing 1500.
Oh yeah, this is a short run, because if you remember the Carnegie Hall record, which someone on this dais might have sold recently for a good hundo, these things are very coveted. So I would say that Nassau 1982.
But see,
now
I'm pretty
available
sure.
to standalone.
Yeah, see, it's from the box set probably. That's how they're tricking you.
Ooh, newly mixed from the original master tapes and produced by Billy's longtime live sound engineer, the immortal Brian Ruggles, for scoring at home.
Sure.
You know, Ruggsy. If Ruggsy's involved, you know it's going to be good quality, Ruggsy. But look at this. I mean, this art. I'm sorry if you're listening on the podcast. I mean, Google this one, because
it has to be reminiscent of another.
Like a tribute somehow?
Yeah, it has to be, because it's so bad that I can't
it's
imagine.
So bad it's good?
Wait,
yeah,
Arnaldo.
it has to be like
this
there
is
has to be
1982 Long Island. Of course it's bad. This is reminiscent of 1982 Long Island. That's
there has to be a live album that kind of slanted, like diagonal.
I mean, just when I thought the goofiest Billy Joel thing I ever saw was him with like a leather jacket, because I know he's into motorcycles and stuff, you know, looking like a Billy Joel's people are calling Chris. He's getting the call. He's had enough.
I bet. I was flattening Third Man Records.
Hang on a second. We may have the answer. Paul McLennan, I hope I pronounced it right. Paul says it's an exact replica of the VHS tape. That explains a lot.
Thank you. See?
It is. Oh my gosh, it's so
Paul
bad.
coming in clutch. Way to go, Paul. Thank you, sir. Thomas here, High Rant Industry, says his pose is reminiscent of Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton drop. Cross that one off your bingo card if you're home. Al Sharpton has entered the chat. I think
Gosh, it's. Let me send the link to you. It's so great.
Oh, do you have the VHS?
Wow, it's something else, to be honest.
Can we do it side by side? I don't know if I'm that technological savvy, but yeah, to your point, Chris, 1500. These are going to be those Billy Joel fans, especially coming off that documentary. Like this one this may end up in fisticuffs. I gotta be honest with you. This could be it could be Dark Side Records. There could be a brawl at Dark Side Records. And,
it's possible.
I'll put it in the private chat.
Okay,
guys, we talk about Bill Evans, we talk about Grateful Dead, all these repeat artists. Can somebody explain to me why for literally the 12th straight record store day there's a Larry Coryell issue?
Who?
Like who? Exactly.
It's a guitar player.
A jazz guitar player, but it's like every record store day for the Black Friday and the Standard for the past 4 or 5 years, he's got something out. And I just
Arnaldo, did you just say who to the immortal Larry Coryell? Here he is. Look, he's looking like a Dollar Tree Jocko right here. Look at this guy.
Oh, Culture Factory. I think they're just trying to reach a quota.
What?
No
one's going to reach a quota until they put more Eric Carr.
The spirit of Record
LPs,
Store Day was always the indie labels. You know, just the small.
Arnaldo, I'm offended. This is the Godfather of Fusion. I'm reading the Obi, the Godfather of Fusion, 1976, newly discovered material from the French radio archives. Oh, damn.
Yeah. I think they're trying to prove that they don't only put major label releases in this list.
Well,
they've gotten a lot of criticism. Oh, now it's just a platform. You know, they sold out.
Oh no! Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? This includes the printed inner sleeve. Can you believe that? The printed inner sleeve. Whoa! They spared no expense on this one.
No Gil Scott Heron either. which
It's only one worldwide pressing. They're not going to
Oh my
press this
God.
on Mars.
This is
Arnaldo.
going to cause
Come
some
on
real
now.
brawls. How many of this is? I mean, this is going to be fisticuffs. 2,000. Oh no.
Is that a real signature? Are they all autographed?
It quite possibly could be, but they don't call it out. But boy, it sure looks like it. That looks like generic. But I don't know. That looks like a real signature. I mean, what in the name of Harry Hamlin do we have here?
I don't know.
Well,
I just want to know who this guy knows and what he knows to get.
You should show Tom's comment. It's hilarious.
Hang on, Tom. I got you. Coming to you, Tom. Let's see. Tom says, quote. Oh, no. Tom, there's so much. There's the Al Sharpton comment. That's not what we're talking about.
No.
Tom, I'm looking for your comment. I'm just
From the bottom. Yeah, right.
Is that
here.
Guy Pearce with a wig? Pretty close. Pretty close. Have you ever seen Memento? This is one of the flashbacks in Memento.
Gosh, wow.
Wee vest man, you fuse away. Music in the house speaks for so many. Now Peter says that he played on Joni's stuff. Is this accurate, Chris?
Yeah, some of it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Kevin's right. Me, myself, and my bong. I really wish John Bong was here for this list. I don't know what happened to the Bonger. It might be the list might be too intense this year, so we need to be sensitive to that. Now, before we get off of Records Today and close the power hour of the podcast, let's go to this Billy Joel VHS tape that Mr. Rojas has provided to us. Let me cue this up because that's what we do. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Share. All right, let's make this big. Bop, bop, bop.
You just have to hit the images. Don't. No.
Oh, you don't want you don't want to see that there are 30 people who are proclaiming they have this, and the last time this build was 2023. This is hard to believe, but yeah, there it is. Paul, you were right, sir. Look at this. Oh man.
I mean, it actually should have been the label from the cassette. Like that should have been it. No. The cassette.
That's fine. Now, if I'm going to get anything on Records Today, I'm looking for this. I'm going to look in those VHS tapes right next to, the Back to the Future and the Trilogy of Terror and all those kind of things. And if I find Billy Joel Live from Long Island VHS, I don't need the record. This is what you want. What a delight.
Can you select see all versions? Oh, man.
Oh, hang on. I can do that. Yeah. We got it. Listen, all versions.
Just
all versions. Here we go. So we have. I'm not seeing all versions.
Gotta scroll down.
Yeah. So we've got VHS.
Oh, Betamax.
Laserdisc. Oh man, and 2 different laser discs. Wow, there's a Japanese laser. Tokyo Brian, can you find this for us? Laser disc with an Obi live from Long Island. I'm assigning this one to Tokyo Brian.
What's that say? It's also on toilet paper.
No, Chris, it's on PAL. It's on.
See,
PAL.
like they didn't use the DVD cover. Can you?
Oh yeah,
show
the
that?
DVD. Yeah, look at
Come
this
on
guy.
now.
Yeah, this is like Stormfront Billy Joel. This is where he had the heavy front. This is after he quit wearing the leather jacket, looking like a tough guy. This was more sensible. Yeah. He thought he was
one at the very bottom. That looks a nice.
Yeah,
like,
the
nice
piano looks nice.
Scroll the black and white one.
Yeah, this is sensible.
Yeah, that's what they should have used.
It's a bootleg. We're not gonna. He ain't gonna use the bootleg. Okay.
That's better than the official.
Fair enough. Well, as always, there are things to be desired and left to be desired when it comes to the Record Store Day Black Friday list or Record Store list in general. But this.
After seeing that Billy Joel, I got to drop it down to like a D+. I'm sorry.
Oh no!
What the hell happened there? What the hell's going on with that?
The Joel factor.
Oh, the Joel. The Joel factor is really. But they had a day camp. They had like a weekend camp in New Orleans to really rah get behind this stuff, and that's what we got.
Gosh.
So.
I mean, now you can say the music was straight from the tape, right?
You can.
The VHS tape.
That's actually, I hope it's not the case because they did that there was a Skid Row live album a couple years ago for Record Store Day. Remember that one, Brandon? And that was recorded from a VHS tape. It was like listening to in a tunnel. underwater, and literally below ground, subterranean, all at the same time. It's so much so that Sebastian Bach came out and publicly said, "Don't buy this. We did not authorize this. This is done because we don't have the rights to it, and it is what they call butthole casserole. I think is the French term, butthole casserole." Anyway, Alan asked a question: is it true the Billy Joel album comes with a pony keg? Anybody? Is this accurate? Can anyone take this one on? No. We'll have to get back to you, Alan. Stay tuned. We'll have our best forensic people on that one. But anyway, well, what a show. The Power Hour is concluding. Stick around. While you're here, hit that like button or hit the dislike button. It doesn't hurt my that this is the show that can't be missed. But I want to thank my guests. Stick around. Bonus tracks, and it's a one-topic bonus track. That's why Brandon is here. We've been negotiating with Brandon for weeks to get him in. I don't know if you heard this, but Brandon he's lessening his load. He's taking the collection down. We're gonna get into that. That's what we call the tease. So stick around. We're gonna see if we need to have an intervention for Brandon coming up. But I want to thank my guests, Arnaldo. The channel is Fidelios_frequency. Arnaldo, thanks for joining us, sir.
Thanks for having me, Concert Buddy.
Groove Seeker, the biggest Joni Mitchell fan outside of Brandon on this dais. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Mr. Texas himself, Jason Rojas. Check in on the bonger for us, would you?
Concert Buddy, is this from a non-EQ tape asking for a friend?
Oh, no, it could be. That. What does the Obi say? Does anyone read Japanese?
From non-EQ tape.
And then the star of the next hour, it's Brandon, Mr. Hall of Fame, if not the OG, one of the OGs of the vinyl community on YouTube. Brandon, always a pleasure, sir.
Pleasure as always, man. Appreciate you having me here.
Count on it. Now, here comes. We can still afford some of the fun stuff, believe it or not, Brandon, even though we got to pay Ronaldo this exuberant wage. So when it comes to it, we do this thing called bonus tracks. Here we go. Oh, it's already started. Brandon, can you believe this? Kevin asked question of the night, where do I buy Mr. Hall of Fame records? Oh my God, hang on. Slow your roll. Simmer down, pot roast.
Right,
Kevin,
right.
We're gonna get to all this. We don't want to. This is it's a very special episode of the Jerry Springer Show, and if you sit back and relax, we're gonna get into this. So
if you go to his website, 15% off. The code is Billy Joel Long Island. Okay.
All one word, Billy Joel Long Island, all one word. And you too can get 15% off. Oh no, Tom. See, Tom's is never satisfied. The rebrand was for him. Now he's got a new rebrand. He wants to call it Boner Tracks. Tom.
Jeez.
There are children who watch the show. Actually, there's not. The demo shows it's a lot of olds. So olds and dudes. So we're working on breaking through. But until then, we can't go boner. We can't. But I see what you did there. All right. Well, what we're going to focus on, and this is why I've been talking to Brandon for a couple of weeks, wanting to have him on, is because Brandon did this video maybe a month ago. Sound right, Brandon?
Yeah.
Maybe a month ago?
Yeah, something like that.
And caught me out of left field because I'm a subscriber. I'm a friend. And Brandon made this video, and he goes, and I don't want to take the words out of your mouth, but you basically were like, just in real time recording, sharing, you're like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting off my collection. And I took it. I thought I had to rewind the tape. I had to go back. It's like, did Brandon just say what I thought he said? And he did. And that means, is the end near? This is what the thumbnail's all about, folks. If you're trying to decode these thumbnails that come out each week, is the end near? Because I think, like a lot of people, we reach different peaks and valleys as we're amassing this collection. Some would say collecting of a lifetime, a collection of a lifetime. And sometimes you just need to take a break. Sometimes, you get a record in the mail you're really looking for and it comes broken, like I happened to me the other day, and you just say, I've had enough. And then next thing you know, you're on Discogs that night buying a replacement. So all that said, Brandis, walk us through, for those who don't know or those who do, where did this kind of come from? Have you collected everything you needed to collect? What's the rationale behind maybe enough is enough?
Well, I mean, I think that comment kind of that came that night when I just kind of threw it out there in the video was it was kind of something that just had been on my mind for quite some time. Like I've always said, as a collector, I just follow my gut. When it was looking for like what to collect, what I didn't want to buy, and just like, is it time to purge, time to focus on condition, blah blah blah, and just for whatever reason, like literally for 3 or 4 months, my gut just kind of been telling me over and over, it just feels like it might be time. It just like it has to be a time at some point in time, and I was thinking about it all the time. Like, is this the right time? Would you feel comfortable with it? I kind of feel like I would feel comfortable with it. I might actually enjoy the process of doing it, and just kind of having those thoughts on and on and on. And so I just kind of started to, and I'm not gonna say convince myself, but just kind of listen to my gut a little bit, and it just kind of felt like, it might actually be the right time. So it was really kind of just that simple of how I got to that comment that night.
Is there anything, I mean, because like I said, sometimes, like we do reach what I call peaks and valleys where we want to take a break. Like I said, I made the comment in the power hour when I saw you in passing at the record show over the weekend, and you made that comment to me, and I told you I only bought one record, which happens sometimes. I only bought one LP, and I bought some 45s. And your comment to me really stuck out. And you said, I'm hoping, you brought some stuff to trade, so you did come equipped, but you said to me, I'm hoping I don't find anything. And I was like, wow, I actually, it stuck me because like I can actually understand what you mean. Like, so that's what I mean. Like, I think a lot of collectors kind of have these thoughts and these machinations and think, not like, first thing I thought when I heard your first share of this was maybe he's just going to enjoy what he has. But you took it the next level and you're like, maybe I need to get rid. What was it? I think the number you threw out was a high number. You're like, maybe I can get rid of 60, 70%. And again, I know you're just kind of spitballing, but I was like, wow, what's going on here? So today, now a month later, walk us through where you're at in this. Cause I know you've done some videos, and check out Brandon's channel. I'll leave all that in the show notes, but where are you at in this process? And are you really getting rid of everything, or where have you landed on where you want to end up?
Well, I think after I made that comment, and some people, obviously people saw it, which again, I didn't think twice about it, but it was almost like a freaking VC intervention just took place.
Side note, real quick. When we were at the Pantera concert, me and Billy Hurst and Glick, if he's still here, we made the joke Brandon was away from the table, and we said, do we need to have an intervention for Brandon? Like, what's going on? We've got him here. Do we need to talk to him? So anyway, I mean, jest, but yeah, so yeah, real thing.
Yeah, it truly was. And then like I went into the shop that Saturday, and it's like the first thing that Billy said to me, and Scott started talking to me about it, and like the feedback I took from that was, yeah, I think I might be feeling kind of comfortable getting rid of that percentage of stuff. But I'm also going to kind of take into consideration the people that are around me and kind of know me, what they're saying and sharing. And that was, okay, maybe just start kind of small. Maybe just kind of start with some simple way to kind of cut a little bit off the top, go through that process, see how you feel. And so basically what I decided to do, I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. So how am I going to start? And I just said, I'm going to go through my entire collection, just flip through every single record, and without even thinking about it much, just kind of thinking, I can live without that. I can live without that. And just pulled it all. And so I think initially I probably pulled about 350, 400 records.
Oh, just 300 records?
yeah, kind of without thinking about it. And so, and I even kind of decided to have a little bit of fun with it, because I think in one of those videos, I kind of showed how I cleared out an entire section in the back of my music room, like 10 cubes that I dumped all that into. And my idea is that anything that could possibly go is going back in those cubes. And on one side of the cubes, 5 of them are, this is stuff I've already chosen to go, and it's out the window. And I've already started selling some stuff on eBay and stuff like that. The other 5 cubes are, I think this can go, but it can't hurt to give it one more listen, So a lot of the stuff that I've been spinning over the past couple of weeks or whatever has kind of been that stuff. And yeah, same thing. I'll spin it, and like last night I spun this Red River Dialect. Great album, but I'm just kind of like, okay, that one can go. I've spun it again. Don't feel like I have to have it, and so I'm just kind of taking it through actually just another way to enjoy my collection by going through the process of getting rid of stuff. So far I've been liking it.
So part of it too, though, is if again watching the videos, check out Brandon's channel so I don't like steal his thunder here. But I mean, some things you do have duplicates of, not in the sense of you have the CD or whatever. Mm-hmm. So how are you picking? Like, let's say this is a bad example, but Godsmack, like that's your band. You're not getting rid of your Godsmack stuff, right? Like that's your ride or die.
Yeah, stuff like that'll only be if I decide to get rid of like all vinyl across the board, which again, okay, that's not totally off the table for me right now. Wow. Where I just get down to just CDs, cash in on kind of where the market is right now, and probably use some of that money to go buy a Sprinter van and start doing a little bit of traveling and stuff like that. I mean, that's okay.
Well, anytime you want to make that video, that's probably going to get like over 5,000 views, Brandon. You just say, I'm done with vinyl, done. Right, just like that, and then you're just like picture of you like throwing your records or something,
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Arnaldo, can you recreate the look you just made when Brandon said, "Yeah, it's not off the table"? Like Arnaldo's, I just happened to catch him out of the corner of my eye, Arnaldo's face. Arnaldo, what are you thinking about this? Because this is a deep and detailed collection that Brandon has here, and he's seriously considering. And enough of this DC.
You have to show Rob Walker's comment.
Oh no! Rob Walker has woken and joined us. He said Arnaldo is nodding. The Smiths have to go. I see what you did there, Rob, and I like it. Look at that. So Arnaldo, what do you think as a fellow collector? Like, I mean, we've all been through you go through the highs and lows and frustrations and celebrations, but Brandon's really thinking about getting out of here, saying deuces. What do you think? You're hearing this probably for the first time. What do you think about this?
Well, the last part that he just said about traveling, getting what kind of vehicle you're going to get?
Like a Sprinter van.
Okay. That is actually that's a fantastic idea, because in the end, you're going to create memories. You're going to enjoy yourself. And that's something that you'll remember when you're 80 years old, and you won't be getting up 4 times to spin a double 45.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
So that is fantastic. And I look at it too. How many times have we splurged on a meal, right? Mm-hmm. Several $100s, or a fine bottle of wine, or a whiskey.
Well, especially after your new contract, Arnaldo, I hope a lot lately.
Rub it in.
You enjoy it, and you just enjoy it for the moment. You don't take anything with you. It just goes away, right? Music can be the same way too. And especially when it comes to music consumed on the physical format, you could have that argument back in the 70s or the 60s. The only other alternative was listening to the radio, right? Now we have so many other outlets. If you want to enjoy that Texas Midnight Runners album that is behind you right there, you can find other ways, not necessarily on that copy of vinyl, because in the end, it's about the music, right?
Right. Yeah.
Alan has a good one. Alan has a good take, and I think maybe this is why the Sprinter van came up. Let me pull this up. Alan said
to fill
a Sprinter van to drive around and fill back up with new records.
Wouldn't that be hilarious? On his road trip, he stops at record stores and starts filling.
Right, epiphany, like after you say like that video, like I'm done, and then you're like I'm back, and then picture of you, the van, records.
Now that is a content creator if I've ever heard one right there. That is
I'm back, baby. Yeah. I'm more curious. If I have a question, and we'll let other people intervene. When you were going through this, I can live without. What was telling you that you could live? Why? Could you live without that specific record?
Yeah, I just went back with the gut. And I think the thing that made it easy or made the decision a lot easier was I didn't think I'm pulling this record to go put it on Discogs right now. It was just put it in the back, officially think about if you can get rid of it later.
So not like an impulsive decision. Sure.
Right. So don't overthink it. Don't just like what's your feeling. Almost equated to sometimes like, when you're flipping through a bin and you can go through a bunch of records, you're not exactly reading every title. You see the cover, those quick spidey senses let you know what it is, and you move past or you stop. And I think it was kind of the same thing. It was just kind of, that can go. And it made it a lot easier to at least get that initial, this stuff should be seriously considered out the door.
Brandon, we've got a hot take if I've ever seen one. This is Tom, the man who does not like our branding. He says, quote, "I want to sell my belongings and buy a Sprinter van," end quote, translates loosely to, quote, "The FBI is closing in." Brandon, is there an investigation in your future that we need to know about?
No, I've made no crazy online threats or anything like that, so I don't think the FBI is paying any attention to me.
Good. I'm glad to hear that because it's a wild world we live in. Groove Seeker, what do you think about this? Because I'm sure, like a lot of us, you've probably, like the word that's coming up in the chat a lot, and it's very prophetic. It's purge, right? Like we've all sold things, moved off things, upgraded copies. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's some scandal. I'm sure everyone except me got rid of their Puff Daddy records at one point. When you're hearing Brandon's plight here, can you relate to some of this?
Yeah, it's giving me. First off, I think it's great you're doing it if that's what you believe in. Like I'm not concerned about for you. I think it's like the timing's right. So kudos to you. The problem I have is I have PTSD from doing this twice already. I've been collecting since I could when I was a kid, and I sold all my CDs once, and it gives me chills now that I did that. And I had a modest record collection of like 300 or 400 records when I was younger, and I got rid of them. It haunts me to this day because there's a lot of good stuff in there.
Wow.
I mean, I even have a hard time. Like I deduped like 4 or 5 years ago, and that was a struggle for me. So I don't know if I could ever do it. And that's why I always say I'm a curator instead of a collector, because I feel like I have to have it as part of my life. But I will say this: I have said like, "Wow, I wonder what I could get for this in one shot if I could find a buyer." And like the numbers, you tell me like 300 to 400 records, and I'm doing like basic mathematics. I'm like, wow, that's a nice chunk of pocket change. And I have an idea of what you have. Right. So, my question for you though is, you love music. Have you thought now, I sell my records and now you go into like high-end digital audio streaming? Has that crossed your mind at all as kind of a replacement, or is it you have to have the physical media like a CD and a smaller record collection?
Actually the thought of kind of maintaining my CD collection and any new physical media I bought would be CDs. And then, kind of investing in high-end streaming.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could do it, but if you feel like it's right, man, it's been on your mind for a while, like go for it, I think.
Yeah. We got another comment. Kevin wants to know, Brandon, blink twice if someone is holding you hostage.
That's
now, hang on.
awesome.
Now, Brian Glick, it's not like Brian Glick has any kind of, interest in what may be leaving Brandon's collection. He says it's time to sell your collection. He's trying to promote you getting off of these things. And it's not like Brian would stand to benefit from anything you may bring into the shop or anything.
Of course not. But I think the other thing too, that because people have asked me some questions about it as well, is again, I'm just kind of going with whatever it is that's making me comfortable and happy through the process. So a few people have sent some messages where I guess they're kind of finding it odd that I'm talking about doing the selling, but I'm still making a lot of recent finds videos where new stuff is coming in. I mean, like all that Japanese stuff, right? All that just came in this past weekend.
But in fairness, you did do a lot of trades for that, though, right? Like that's when I saw you at the show. You brought your case, and so yeah, so it's not like you're spending more. And then for a little background, I would say the lion's share of Brandon's collection has been through buying, trading, selling, that sort of thing. He's worked in multiple record shops and built up credit. So I don't want to throw a number out there. Maybe you can, Brandon, but like of your collection, how much of it would you say was actually through like building through those means? Would you say like 70%? Is that number too high, or?
I would say, yeah. I mean, I would probably say at least a good 50%.
Okay.
I mean, for the past 9 years, 8 to 9 years, I've been working at a record shop, just on the side in some capacity, and I've never taken a single dollar in a paycheck. It's always been store credit. So that's how I've funded the habit for quite some time now.
Brandon, one of the most remarkable things about the videos I've watched you've done on this is number one, doing this on your own terms. Most people who have these collections don't get that, whether it's some kind of catastrophic event or Father Time wins. I think that's a beautiful thing. And the second thing, and when you said this, I was like, man, knowing what I know about Brandon, this makes total sense. You're like, I'm probably going to enjoy the process of going through and selling these and passing them on to somebody else. So there is this intrinsic value to you doing that, which I think is pretty cool too. Like, it's like, bye, old friend, like one more spin, but like, you meant a lot to me, but see you later, on to the next person. Like there is something cool about that.
Well, to that end, Chris, because when Brandon made that video and then the subsequent videos, like I think I go through this too about how do you keep it fresh? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can, like, what are you chasing? Because I think about that stuff sometimes. I mean, Jason's been to my home, like you've seen, like eventually you run out of space and eventually it becomes like a chore to find these things. You know what I mean? So for me, I've kind of like, what continues to stoke that fire? So when I heard Brandon say that was the first thing I thought, because I could relate. And I'm like, okay, like maybe Brandon's climbed all the mountains, right? In his mind. Is that, Brandon? I don't want to take the words out of your mouth. Is that kind of where you're at? Because like what Chris is saying is like, this is another wrinkle to make it interesting again for you, is getting these things to the right people. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean that's a fantastic way to put it. Just like he said, it's I think doing it on your own terms, like Chris just said, that to me that makes all the difference in the world. Because Lord knows at the shop we see it so many times where I need cash right now, and that type of thing. But yeah, just to be able to do it on your own terms and still be buying while you're talking about selling and just kind of all of that stuff. It's like, yeah, that makes it very, very comfortable. That I don't have to lock myself into something. Like the other thing I tend to hear a lot that just totally does not connect with me, and it's perfectly okay if it does for some other people, but it's I'm trying to get down to 1,500 records or 500 records or 2,000 records. That number thing has never been something I could even get close to. That would drive me crazy, trying to get down to a number. So I would rather sell on my own terms and get down to 1,000 records than set a goal to be at 2,000. Like,
That's why I've never counted. I have no idea. I have an idea. I have no specific amount on what I have. I just don't know that number. I've never, even on Discogs, I know not everything's there, so I can't even get a number off there. But because then you start to play that game where it's like a finite situation and you're already restricted from going above, and you want to get below that, and that just adds torment in my mind. So that's cool too, that you're not like, it doesn't matter. It could be I sell 50 or 500. Like, it's just what needs to go.
Yeah.
So the record keeper 33 RPM says, I hear there's these new things called compact discs. Sell your records and upgrade. Now that would apply to many, but Brandon is an equal opportunity consumer. Like Brandon, again, go to his channel, check out his record room tours. Like he's got them. He's got the CDs, he's got the vinyl, got some DVDs, he's got the Kiss shower curtain. Like there's nothing this man doesn't have. Like he is well rounded. So true compact discs are coming back. You heard it here first. Don't let anybody fool you. Do have a direct question from the chat, Brandon, for you before we get to Jason's take on this. Paul again says, do you feel like, quote, you can't take it with you, so let's unload at least a little bit? And is that your collection in the background?
Well, the second part of that question, this is just my office. So mainly what you have in here is just my box sets, all Japanese, all audiophile stuff, Japanese, MoFi, Analog Productions, and jazz. So that's all that's in here. Everything else is out in the main music room out there. So,
and then the first part of it, is there that can't take it with you kind of thought in your process, meaning like with Chris, kind of what we've been saying, like having the control and like knowing, having that kind of input, like, rather than have a decision made for you, being able to make decision in a proactive way. Is that part of your approach?
I mean, yes, but kind of as a byproduct.
Okay.
Kind of knowing I can't take it with me at some point in time, this is going to take place. And for some reason, my gut is telling me start that process now. So yeah, that's definitely a part of it.
And what episode of Surface Noise were you watching when this feeling suddenly came over you? Was it our big anniversary special? Was it the one where John Bong talked for 40 minutes about a Mick Jagger record? Like, I feel like we should take some of the culpability here.
Well, it's whatever that feeling is. Like you said, when we bumped into each other, and I was like, I hope I don't find anything. Like, even going to the shop every week, I'm going more so to hang out.
Yes.
And with you guys, than I am to actually hope I go find a new record to bring home.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I think just in general with having, and I've done it in the past too, where I've said, I'm going to not buy anything for a couple of months. I'm going to stop making YouTube videos for, I think I went like 6 months one time without making any YouTube videos. So again, there's never been a problem with saying once I feel overwhelmed or if I'm feeling just not very, I'm not connected with it. So I'm not going to go in my music room for the next week and a half. I will not come down here. I will not turn on the light. I will not spin a record until I have an urge to do it again. And
Brandon, this one's coming up a lot. We don't want to dox you, but Brian, Tokyo Brian's asking. I know someone else asked. Can you share how old you are, just for context? Because people may not know. Like I know, but do you care to share that?
Yeah, but 52.
52. Okay. So there you go. Yeah. See, Paul. Yeah, I think Paul had asked some questions. With Paul 62. So yeah. So I mean, I think we're in a similar kind of vein here. Rojas, I know that you've had this conversation before because I mean, you got records in boxes. You're not Alex Rodriguez sleeping on records for a bed. You've done that?
I could have been like when you came over, like.
That's true. I didn't check your sheetings. That's right. I didn't check your sheetings.
He's like, all right, I don't have the futon ready, but CONCERTBUDDIE, this is what you got.
How many U-Haul trucks wide are you? Are you 3, 4? No. So Jason, what do you think? I mean, you've been collecting for 20, 30 years. What do you think about hearing this? And can you emphasize and relate to some of Brandon?
Sure. This is for Brandon. You quitter. You're going to miss out on Billy Joel live from Long Island. Okay? 3 LP, Just
hang on a little bit longer, Brandon.
Right,
this is that Billy Joel.
From non-EQ'd VHS tape. Okay? Come on now. No. I mean, all right, so that's the goofy part. Like, seriously, like, Brandon, this is, like, sometimes you have to make, you get this thing where it's just weighing too much and you're not listening, to it, right? So it's just sitting there and maybe you're just not enjoying it, like I do a monthly purge, and
monthly purge. This is new information.
Like this month, it will probably be like UHQR. Like my relationship is done with this,
Oh, no.
And
Chad, how are you going to recover?
And the thing is, like, I kind of blame Groove Seeker because, when I first started talking to Chris, he was like, can we do like private shootout of the UHQR Steely Dan's? I was like, I was kind of like, I guess, bro. I guess you really want to do this? And we like did it. Like we did 2 or 3 that night, And and like they're just talking about it, like, hey, you know, like this isn't like $125 better. And I was like, yeah, especially when I bought this white label promo for under $20. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you just come to that point, right? It's just weighing too much, and maybe like you got to get down to, you know, from maybe like 5 to 25, you know, or I've done it before. Like Brandon, like you didn't know at one point, like I own 10,000 of records, 10,000. Can you imagine what that is? That's like a store space, 12 by 12. You know, it's insane.
That's like 5 Static ATX record stores. Is that safe to say? Shout out staticatxrecords.com.
But he's trying to make fun of me. He's like, can you shut that
Joel's
down?
here and he says Rojas purchased so Breakaway can have a used section. I mean, that's a high crime and misdemeanor. We've heard that before.
I mean, it's you know, he's partly right, you know, because when I went there, the owner came up to me and he's introduced me to somebody else, and he was like saying like Jason has like one of the best collections, you know? And I'm kind of like, bro, don't say that. This dude's going to follow me home, you know? I don't need that, you know? I don't need him taking my Rivers Cuomo alone, you know? Record.
Hey, whenever there's an opportunity to flex, Jason's going to flex. Don't get it twisted.
Right. I mean, this is right? Well, I bought this. I think it was at Reckless. You had left Concert Buddy.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So
you
I
got it Reckless. Nice.
Yeah. I pulled this out, and then the guy at the counter is like, "Oh, cool. I just put that record out. It's one of my favorites." You know, and he was like, you know, like, I guess we share similar tastes. And the other counter person looking at me and looking at him gave this reaction like, hell no, you both got poor taste in music.
Wow.
And I was like, damn, the hell.
That's the Reckless on Diversity Street. So if you want to leave a 2-star review, Jason can authorize that.
You know, there's two things that resonate with me too. What Brandon said. The first thing is I'm going through a phase right now where I haven't played a record in like 2 weeks on purpose. I just like kind of need to. One day I'll come back around and I'll go on a binge and make up for lost time. But the other thing, and I've talked to Arnaldo about this, like today, not this today, but we've talked.
Is there another group chat I'm not part of? For Christ's sake,
no, this is just like one up personal. Like the Monkeys Rhino Hi-Fi came out today, and I was literally like, I felt such relief. I was like, oh God, thank God I don't want to buy that. Because it's like, I was just like, I was like, oh, good. Because it's like, oh, it's getting announced. Something's getting announced. And I'm like,
what are you talking about? Don't say that. It's like from non-EQ tapes. This is the first time, you know, Kevin Gray's going to master this. Does everyone see on the chat, like, you watching me? You know, am I doing a good job here to, you know, pump this up? Come on, guys. Kevin Gray, 180 gram from non-EQ tapes. I mean, come on, guys. This was a #1 record in 1967. Come on.
What's the main song from that album?
Pleasant Valley Sunday. Come on now. What? You can't quiz me on the Monkees, man. Star Collector's on there. Probably one of the first records to use the Moog. Come on, man.
Listen, the chat is on fire tonight. As you can imagine, this is a real... the doctor is back after surgery. Dr. Johnny Fever says, "Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to say goodbye to Brandon's vinyl." We've got another one. I actually started because it was a good one. It was Tom made the comment, and this may be true. This may be the most depressing episode of Surface Noise ever.
Brand selling the collection. I'm trying to shill this Rhino, you know, hard, man. Like, come on, bros.
Oh, man. I will say, so kind of what the guys are talking about, whatever I've collected over the years, I've found that sometimes I like to change my focus. So this is leading to a question for you, Brandon. So like I've taken breaks. I haven't since I've done the podcast. I feel like I'm like in the YouTube thing. I think I'm more committed just through the magnetism of like feeling I need to feed the machine. But like I collect, like my son and I would collect Legos. Like I would change for like maybe a month to 6 weeks and focus really heavy on that. Or I got into like graded sports cards for a minute, you know, those kind of things. So Brandon, is there another thing that you might collect or have thought about collecting that can maybe like serve as I don't use the word diversionary moment, but something that could also bring you that kind of same, I say inspiration is probably the wrong word, but you know what I mean? Like the same thing that keeps it interesting. Like I said before, is there anything else you collect along, surely not the volume of music, but something along those lines to keep it interesting, air quotes?
Yeah, I think it ties back to what Arnaldo was saying earlier. If I ever went through the selling the entire collection thing, it's gonna be the memories of doing the travel, of just the like collecting those. That sounds cheesy, but collecting those memories and experiences would be what absorbs that bug inside of me that needs to be, that thing that needs to be fulfilled.
Gotcha. So so in terms of traveling though, you mean like traveling to other places, or the traveling and the memories along building the collection? Which one do you mean?
Yeah, no, I mean like traveling to other places.
Got it. Okay. So you'd be like collection over. Now I'm gonna get that Sprinter van, and I'm gonna do. Not that you're gonna make videos, but you know what I mean. Like you're gonna go all in on traveling and seeing the world and all the experiences with that. Okay.
Yeah. The thing I watch on YouTube just as much, if not more than vinyl community videos, are people who are traveling around the country in these Sprinter vans and just doing podcasts and documenting their travels and all that type of stuff. And it gets me just as excited, honestly, maybe even more excited than watching VC videos.
So are you talking about like van life, like that kind of thing where you're living in the van? Now, Brandon, you're a big guy. You're like, what, 6'7"? Mm-hmm. Like you're going to need a big Sprinter van. The rest of us are like mere mortals. Like we can fit in these Sprinter vans. You're a bigger guy. Like, have you already spec'd out what you would want to do along those lines?
Yeah. I mean, every year here in St. Louis, they have what's called basically it's an RV show.
Down at the Dome.
Yeah, they rent out. They rent out the Dome where the St. Louis used to be the St. Louis Cardinals used to play, and these dealers from all over the Midwest just bring thousands and thousands of RVs and Sprinter vans and stuff like that. Set them up and buy a ticket, wander around and go inside them all. So, like, I don't know, a few years now, just every time I go, I'm taking notes. It's just, want to have this, want to have that kind of thing. And it kind of gets to the point where it's like, hey, it's time. Like, you're not getting younger.
I did not know that about you. Now, Rob Walker's here. He has got a question, Brandon. Is Brandon going to Den Bosch in his Sprinter van? Den Bosch being the world's largest record show overseas. I don't know how that would work because there is a body of water, right? Like it's not like G.I. Joe, like it has like a floating device. So, Rob, I think that's a no.
They could like boat, right? There
could be a ferry.
Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Like Rob Walker's riding, passenger.
Yeah. Here we go. Winnebago. Yeah, Kevin's right. Winnebago. That would probably work. I like it. So, Arnaldo, does this motivate you to get off of your collection? I don't want this to be like a VC virus. I want this to be an encouraging and positive. I don't want people to get this idea and just all of a sudden flood the market with their collections. What are you thinking, Arnaldo?
Well, I'm in the process too.
Oh, no. This is breaking news. Unbelievable. Guys, I didn't expect this.
We're not talking 60, 70% of the collection, but I need to get rid of the dupes. I don't need 3 copies of a record that I don't love, right? Just because I was curious or because I bought the reissue, then the next reissue or the UHQR, and then found the original. And, I really, I'll pick whichever one I like best and try and then the second phase will be, do I really want this for only one song, or I already have this on CD?
Right.
Do I really need this on vinyl? So I remember when CDs came out, I was buying on CD albums that I had in my collection, vinyl. Now it's going the other way around. Things that I bought in the CD era, I'm buying the vinyl of it.
Oh, shots fired, Arnaldo. Chuck says lots of Smiths duplicates.
No, get the comment above.
Oh no, Rob Walker, bye bye Morrissey.
No,
Bye-bye.
that's not happening.
Unbelievable. We got the doctor. The doctor is back from surgery, and he says, "quote Brandon will become a motivational speaker and live in a van down by the Riverbend Records." Wow, I see what you did there, Doc. That's
Deep
interesting.
there.
That's deep. A Sprinter van down by Riverbend Records. We've got Chuck is asking what many are thinking. Is today April 1st? No, this is real talk. It's what we call VC real talk. So I'm digging it. Well, Brandon, obviously, we're opening up some eyes and ears and hearts on the situation. And, as somebody who's your pal, I think, obviously I'm excited to see where this takes you. But at the same time, I want you to be excited about this process. And it sounds like, again, from the first time I heard it, I was like, uh-oh, what's going on? Brandon, we're going to have to call the VC squad. And we're going to do that intervention. But it sounds like you've really thought this out. And, you're kind of, you don't have the roadmap, but you've got a map of kind of where you kind of want this to take you. And that's the most important thing. And you're having fun, right?
Brandon,
yeah,
quick.
And that's always going to be the biggest thing for me is in not only enjoying the process, but as I've said a couple of times, I'm not going to lock myself in any kind of a box. So just as easy as 6 months from now or a year from now, 80% of my records could be gone. 6 months or 8 months from now, I could be buying more records than ever. But it's just, I'm just going to allow myself to go where it goes. Yeah. And right now it's going with, let's start getting stuff out of here.
Oh, we've already got solicitations. Joel, again, staticatx.com. If any of you have any Throwing Muses records in your collection you want to sell, hit me up.
All right, quick question for Brandon. Okay, First to Let Go. All right, I'm going to give you two choices. Kiss Destroyer or Kiss Lick It Up? Which one?
First to Let Go.
Right. Destroyer or Lick It Up?
I guess I'll say Lick It Up.
Oh no!
Good choice. There we go.
No. Well, you have the music video on VHS at least where they're walking in that junkyard and
yes.
Doughy Gene Simmons now without the makeup. Just
Vinnie
like
Vincent is much shorter than you thought he was.
Bro, Eric Carr, one of the greatest drummers ever that has no rhythm. I've never seen a drummer walk off beat as much as Carr did in that video. It made no sense.
That's why they're rewarding his estate with all these record store day releases. They felt bad, and they're just trying to do the man justice. His reputation was ruined with the Lick It Up video. Yeah. Well, there's a lot. Again, the hot takes continue to flow in the chat. Chasing Records. Shay says this is the most emotions anyone in this group has felt in a long time. Possibly, it could be. There's some more solicitations. There's more. Oh, here we go. Paul says, Brandon, is there still a record you're seeking? Because this was one thing I wanted to ask. Answer this one, and then I'm going to follow up like Geraldo Rivera style. Is there a record you're still seeking, Brandon?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple I would still like to get my hands on. I mean, I would love a beautiful OG copy of Maggot Brain. I mean, I've always wanted one of those. The Dumb and Dumber soundtrack. Like I want one of those so freaking bad. But yeah, those are probably the two that just pop right to the top of my mind. I've wanted a copy of both of those for so long now. So
to piggyback on this question, because this is one thing I wanted to ask you, in terms of keeping it interesting, right? What I've done lately, and I knew it would come to this point collecting years ago. I knew at some point I'd get my grails, the ones that are real important to me, which check. Now I'm trying to like get these, I don't want to call them pinnacle pieces, but pieces that are just, I knew they were expensive then, and they're even more expensive now. Mm-hmm. So to me, that's a heavy focus of where I'm at. Doesn't mean I'm like dropping paper like it's hot, but I'm making smart decisions. But have you considered, like to this question, are there certain records that are crazy priced? The crazy ones that you may use some of this other part of your collection to then fuel to have like what I'll call like the best of the best, meaning like if you want a butcher cover, I'm making it up. Like some of these, like the when people say like, wow, like the record collector's zenith, those type of pieces. if you don't already have them, you may already have a lot of those. If you don't already have them, have you considered maybe doing a reinvestment, a reallocation, if you will, of your collection to then get to that next level?
I've never really had I'm not gonna say a desire to go to that level. That's a level I've just never paid attention to. Like there's just never been a $1,500 or $2,000 record that's just been, oh, I would so love to have. I've never let myself go in that realm, so I couldn't even say that there's one of those out there.
Okay, fair.
You know, which I guess is kind of good that I have stayed away from even.
No, it's great. It's great because we're an athlete. I'm competitive, and once I started seeing those prices, like I said, I knew it would all lead to this. And now it's my vinyl diet is maybe I'm only bringing in a couple of records a month, but that's because there's some of these records that I've put off to the very end of the road. Not to say I'm getting rid of anything anytime soon, but a lot of what Brandon's saying makes a lot of sense. There's only so many record stores, and there's only it's the memories, and that's the thing. I think Melinda Murphy said it in a recent video. Shout out to Melinda. It's the adventures and the thoughts about building the collection, the emotions and the thoughts and the travel and the stories and the fellowship and whatever. That's what makes the collection. Brandon, you might have said this too, like the collection of your life, right? And so like, it's not so much like if I have people over, it's not so much like, oh, look what I have. But like, it's when I pull it out and we talk about, like when Jason came over and just talking about, I remember where I got this, or this was a wild story, or like this record, I was so excited to get it and it was terrible, but I collected it. You know what I mean? Like to me, that's just, if not as important as the music, it's right up there because it's part of the collector, right? Right. I'm assuming you feel the same way, Brandon, because obviously you've told a lot of stories on your channel, especially like when you started building your collection. Like a lot of us, when records were like super cheap, and now we're not there anymore. Like, good luck finding those $1 records that are like top tier stuff. Now it's CDs. That's why I had a friend of mine actually was texting me the other day. She says, I can't believe this. My kids are into CDs. And I'm like, CDs are back. But I know exactly why, because physical media, connection to the past, and the most important thing, it's very fiscally attainable for these children, right? And same thing like when we were younger, physical media, connection to the past, cheap. Records aren't cheap anymore, folks. And I don't know if we're ever going to get back to, I mean, hopefully not, because really devalue our collections, but them days are over. Them days of finding a Maggot Brain for $3, or Jason's favorite, the free records that he would, the Buddy Holly and some of these other records he got for free. Them days are over, Jack.
Yeah.
I will say this, and what never ends on Surface Noise is bringing up the REM record, because I see that Kevin just couldn't wait to hit me with this one. Insert any REM record joke because Concert Buddy bought the wrong one for Arnaldo. That was a great story. And I think it ended okay.
It ended okay. It ended okay. Arnaldo got a huge contract extension and raise to make up for that.
Clearly, like, yeah, he came out clean in the wash, as they like to say.
But like I said, the universe listened, and right at almost my doorstep, I found it.
That's how it works. Vinyl serendipity, I think it was. Hey, real quick before we wrap up, and I want to thank Brandon for sharing this story, because one of the reasons I wanted to have you back on is kind of share this story. Arnaldo, do you want to show that record we were talking about? Because speaking of, the reason I say this, because talking about vinyl serendipity, Arnaldo's on a hot streak. Like, he's on a Vegas roll. And if you saw, was it a week or two ago, you had those 3 original UK Radioheads that you basically robbed that poor man for. Like literally Scotland Yard is like looking for Arnaldo's address because this poor guy got taken. And then he went to if you saw a recent video from Arnaldo, this is in the contract, I have to plug his content. He went to a record fair outside, and he got some more great records. So Arnaldo, dare I say, do you want to show the hot streak continuing? We'll close it out with that.
Yeah, I got to go get it. I'll be right back.
All right. I can stall for a little bit.
Can't he have one of his handlers get it for him? With all that money?
Chris, I told you the interns. We're short of interns. Like we literally go on Indeed.com, LinkedIn. We're looking for any college age people who will work for free. We can't. The budget is extremely tight right now. So once those applications come in, we'll send them up. All right, Arnaldo, the
Turn on my
stage
own
is yours.
computer.
So,
Oh.
like for the REM, right? The universe was listening. Something against me happened, like chance buying the wrong record for me.
Some would say against you. Some would say it was a beautiful story of
yes,
mistaken identity. But please proceed.
and then it kind of corrects itself, right? Because then I end up finding it 2 weeks later in a store much closer. I forgot where you were shopping, Chance. Where were you shopping?
We were in Austin.
Austin. There you go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here it was. Instead of coming from Austin, it was coming from New York City, and at an excellent price. And not even on the wall. I'm like, dude, why do you have it buried into the section? So, when some things are meant to be, they're meant to be, right, guys? So yesterday,
Indeed.
I had a dental procedure that kind of knocked me out. And very ho-hum as I'm leaving the dentist. And my dentist office is on the same street of where WFMU will be on 18th Street, and also where Academy Records is, one of the many Academy Records. The one that was around the corner from where I used to work, and I built most of my CD collection at the time. And something was telling me, even though I was still kind of like in pain and recovering, maybe you should make a stop at Academy on your way to the subway. And I figured, yeah, it's not going out of my way, so I'll just walk down. I walk in. The first thing I usually do is I glance at the wall, and nothing grabbed my attention until I move over to another section where it's not typically the wall, but they have these cubes where they put other, wall pieces in there. And what do I find just sitting there on the stand?
Hang on, drum. Oh, damn it! I missed the drum roll.
Oh man, what?
Son of a wow!
No way.
Good for you.
So,
You mad, bro? You mad, bro?
and at a price below market.
So, Arnaldo, for our visually impaired, can you explain what that record is?
This is What's the Story, Morning Glory by Oasis.
All right, how much?
Original. We'll tell you in private.
Oh, okay.
The original Damont pressing, the one which is the one that you want to have, and it even had the post-it on it that said, "Yes, this is the Damont pressing." I check it. I'd say if it weren't for the corner ding here that you can see, and a little corner ding here that you probably can't see, it's a VG Plus, and the vinyl has no scuffs, nothing.
That's cool.
This store also gives you a 10% discount if you pay cash, so got an extra 10% off.
Oh no, Arnaldo, we've got bad news for you. Rob Walker says that's in the dollar bin in Manchester. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know, Rob. You know what? I'll buy 10 of them. When you find them in Manchester, I will give you $20.
Mail order. We need a mail exchange program here. 10-1, yes.
So how much of a discount did you get?
10%.
How much was the discount?
Well, if I reveal what the discount is,
That's what we have the Patreon for. Patreon members will get the exclusive.
We have educated people following. No, actually, I'll have to say that I was shocked that I found it at the price that I found it. And when I tell you guys, that is very. I would say I told Chance on our text messaging, I got it at a semi-steal, and Chance, your reply was a total steal or whatever.
Yeah, that was a complete steal. There's no kind of steal, especially I keep going back to that poor guy on eBay with the Radiohead records. I mean, that guy, he is still like, they had to commit that guy. He was like stir crazy. He got taken taken to the cleaners, and Arnaldo's just been like rolling those dice. So he did very well. He paid way less than I paid 7 years ago, and I was paying market rate for it, not cheap, but not some of these crazy prices, but still he did good. He did real good.
That's cool, man.
Awesome.
Congrats.
Hell yeah.
You got a good deal. That's right. Well,
we did get a good deal. So that's 2 Oasis records in 2 weeks.
So I know people keep asking in the chat what the price is. Can I just say it was less than $200? Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. Which I would invite you. Yes. So that's all you need to know. All you need.
Wow. Ooh.
Less than $200. Okay.
Ooh.
If you find it out in the wild, you're looking 3+ all day, every day, and yeah. So he did good. So we
had it been on one of the other 2 Academy walls, it probably would have been a $300 record. Because I think even though they share the name, they may be owned by different partners. So yeah, they're very honest, I have to say.
This is right. Hot streak lately. That's what I'm saying. I hope the hot streak continues, and I can draft off of some of that when I see it in a little bit over a month.
Well, I told someone else, I forgot who it was, maybe I told you, I lost a tooth, but I found a gem.
Oh,
wow.
Man.
Wow.
This guy. Wow.
Wow. Unbelievable.
I mean, the jokes don't write themselves, folks. So, I don't even have a drop for that, to be honest with you. I'm looking in my drop arsenal. I don't even have a drop.
No, and quite frankly,
hilarious.
if you give me back my tooth, I'll give you this all day.
Oh, wow. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. What kind of tooth was it? Was it a number 17? Because that's a nice record. That's all I'm saying.
This is great. Like Arnaldo found a gem, and like we found out that this is like hot poop. You know?
Yeah. we close with a gem, and then the Billy Joel turd that just.
Oh my gosh!
It's unbelievable. This is the question to close the show on. I got to be honest. Kevin coming in. Kevin's on fire today. He said, Brandon, what is your copy selling for? Brandon, do you have it priced yet in your collection?
What's my what?
He's asking that. Do you have? First of all, do you have that Oasis record? And if you do, what are you selling it for? I think Kevin is interested. It's part of your purge.
Oh no, with the Oasis, I have the 2014.
Okay, yeah.
You have it? Yeah, I mean that one only goes for like $100 or something. It's
see, Frank's right. The 2009 is over $100. So the fact that Arnaldo got a 90s, the Damont, D-A-M-O-N-T pressing, that's the one you want if you're going for OGs to delight. Well, anyway, guys, we have. Hang on a second. Tokyo Brian says I saw it at Book Off the other day for $67 and passed on it. Holy smokes, Brian!
What?
Brian, you ever heard of that saying? Hook a brother up, like. don't think twice. Be extra nice. Buy it, and we'll work out the details, my friend. Wow, unreal. Well, yeah, Arnaldo with the bars. Vinyl and Kicks is correct. Well, guys, I think we had a powerhouse show. We hit on all the highs and lows of the Record Store Day list. Arnaldo got to flex his hot streak, and we learned that Brandon he's got his foot outside the line, but that doesn't mean he's out of the game just yet. So please do not flood Brandon's Instagram or email or YouTube comments with offers. The last thing we want is Brandon fielding offers for every record he's showing behind them in future videos. That would be what we call poor form. Poor form, everyone. But anyway, good stuff. Oh, when are we on next? Paul, I'm glad you could join us. We are on every week, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. And you can catch this. This is what we call the cheap plug. If you can't sit in front of a screen and watch these lovely faces, you can listen to it on Vinyl Community Podcasts the next day, wherever you get your podcasts, because Surface Noise is the show of record talking about records, and it's the only weekly vinyl community or record talk podcast out there. That's a fact. It's a fact. So, Paul, I appreciate it. Brought some great stuff in the chat today, sir. Everybody's saying nice things, and I just like to end it on nice things. So thank you for participating. Thank you for joining us, and we will do it again next week, Paul. So I expect to see you. And as Kevin says, it's the highlight of his Thursday. So that's high praise. High praise, sir. All right. See you next week, guys.